almost positive that we got it right this time.
Good.
I have been having so much trouble with my audio, and so if
With your
you
what?
with my audio feed,
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
couple of
It does
shows been
sound a little.
tinny, doesn't it?
Yeah. It keeps. Well, it keeps blinking out.
See, you can't
See,
hear me
not
either.
on.
There you
Now it's
go.
on.
So I can turn mine up to
Yeah.
really good. And do I hear you? Say something. No,
You hear me?
not unless I turn this
No.
one up. There you go.
Okay.
All right, no echo. Sweet.
And you can hear me fine?
I can hear you fine. Just fine. So how'd it go?
Yes. Something's blinky about yours, but good. Good. No. Wow, man. Man, let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
I went to Greektown,
Okay, down in Detroit.
Motor City, and Surrey Eagle all the past week.
Wow. Wow.
3 different places. And I'm happy to say that I'm of the 3 different places, all total, I'm still to the positive of those 3 days. So
Okay.
I've raised my lifetime casino balance to $35 per visit, and I've had 36 visits.
Okay.
So in 2.5 years, that's about. Oh, I'm sorry, that's monthly. I spent $35 a month. Mm-mm.
$35
No.
a month,
That's not
and you
right.
go every week.
No. I'm saying it wrong. I've been to 36 casinos in my lifetime. Nope, that's not right either. I worked it down to a casino visit average.
Okay.
My casino visit average is I've lost $35 per casino
Okay.
I've been to 35 casinos,
And how'd you do down in
uh,
Detroit?
35 times. No, it's interesting. So my strategy is a kind of a strange strategy. I go out with $65 bills. That's $300,
Right.
right? I spend each $5 like it's one transaction, like it's one machine.
Okay.
And I'll take that, and that will take me sometimes 3 hours to go through. I average about 2 hours on that. And at the end of it, instead of 300, I might have less, I might have more. Well, in Detroit, the first time out, that less was pretty bad. They beat me up bad. But I only got back, but I still had money left. I've never lost all 300.
Right.
Right? I always get something back. And that something I turn into 5s, and I go out and go around again. And I got it all back on that second time around.
Okay.
So I have come out both times to the good. Plus, I got a free hand here somewhere.
But you don't play card games.
What's that?
You don't play
Free
card
ham.
games. Okay, a free
Free
ham. I thought you said hand.
No, it was a promotional item. Some people get cars and golf clubs. I got a ham.
and you're Muslim, right?
What's that?
And you're Muslim, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Just what you needed. I'm not mad at
Well,
you.
Chuck, I'm halfway blurry. Is that something I'm doing?
Yeah, you look blurry to me, and also your audio is acting a little wanky. I mean, it has
Yeah.
a distortion to it.
Yeah.
Did you do something
It
different?
happened last. I'm not. Oh, what did I do?
You're pushing
I
buttons.
don't. I hate that kind of thing that I have on mine. I don't want it, but I don't know how to get rid of it. View, gallery view. Maybe that's it. Oh
Speaker
no,
view,
that's
gallery view.
both of us.
I don't know if you're coming. I don't know if you're getting your audio off your laptop or off of your webcam. Do you have a webcam separate from your laptop, or is it built in?
Uh, it was built into the webcam.
So you're getting your audio through the webcam to the conference. Or you
Right.
don't know. You got to check your audio input because you could be using the laptop or the computer. Does the computer have a microphone?
No. Desktop microphone through the life cam. That's what I'm using now.
So that's the only mic you
Uh,
got.
that helped? Did that do anything? Did you lose me?
No, but it's still your audio's still a little distorted. The picture's cleared up a little bit.
Use ambient noise reduction. Yep. Automatically adjust level.
Oh, there's
I
such
don't
a
know what.
there's a big delay too in your lips and your mouth.
Hmm. Don't know. We can try that thing dial in on this phone. You want?
Yeah, enjoy. Have a good time.
Uh-oh. Who's that?
That looks
Hello?
like Sharima's in here. Let's see if we can get her in. There she
Hey,
is.
hey,
Oh, hello, Ken. It's been forever.
hey. And now it's like it's never happened. Now it's here.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect to be in the show. I thought I was something here.
Oh, you are so distorted.
All right. Well, it's a little bit garbled.
I know. You're clearer than Ken is. Ken,
Okay.
Ken, mute your microphone for a second in the start meeting
Sure.
software. No, not you. You stay live, Sharima. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Can you hear me?
Follow Tassi Dodo. I think I moved those around a bit.
All right, Ken, unmute yourself. It's definitely you. Yes, it's Ken. Hey,
Wow,
restart your
something
computer.
got wild.
Restart your computer and try to jack back in. Yeah, you got nothing to lose, and I'll keep Sharima here for a minute. Well, what time you got to go to work, Sharima? Or are you at work?
Nice skyline. Nice skyline, Paul.
You like that? You like that? This is I'm in my Manhattan apartment.
Absolutely. I'm digging it.
Don't
I'm
tell my
absolutely
wife;
digging
she
it.
doesn't know about this spot.
Oh, we'll be sure to keep that a secret. So are we live right now?
We are live right now. I'm trying to get
So
you
your
in the
line
shot.
should be, it's live from New York. It's Friday Morning Live.
I like the way you think. All right, hold on. I got to do something with the filters here to uncrop you because you are not there anymore. Let's see, 100 instead of, let's do 0. I like that even better. I think that brought you in. All right, we'll transfer there. Nice. All right, you're in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yay.
So are you living the dream?
Always in here in beautiful, rainy Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, did you lose any internet service yet? Have you lost your
Sorry,
cable?
sweetie, I didn't hear that question.
Have
What'd
you
say?
lost your cable or internet?
No, thank God I didn't, because I'm under major deadlines right now. So, no, but I heard about it this morning on NPR that Detroit, especially I think they said northeast or northwest Detroit, lost a lot of power.
Well, I lost internet here about an hour before we would go live. And
Oh,
it was
no.
just the weirdest. Everything said it was connected. I had green lights on everything, but it says it can't reach the server. Couldn't reach the server, so I ended up downloading Start Meeting for my phone, which has cell service, and I was able to create a meeting just in case as a backup. But as I was doing that, I just told all my computers to restart, and once they restarted, they had internet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Right.
Yeah. No, I got lucky.
Nice. So I just got back from Nashville.
Oh, yay! And how is Nashville?
Nashville-
And your son and your brother?
Yeah, Nashville is Nashville. It's just it's a different place. It really is.
Yeah.
And the gentrification is just so visible. You know, the guys next door to my brother, okay? Now you got to imagine a house like yours in Burton, right? And it seems like the rule in Nashville is you can't tear that house down. But
Oh.
you can build on your property. So these guys next door to my brother had a house similar in size to my brother's house. They have now turned that house into the lobby of the house that they built behind it. They took the whole backyard out, built a 3-story mansion with like a 8x4 piece of grass between it and another 3-story garage.
Yeah.
So we could barely see the sky from his backyard.
Amazing.
But it motivated me. I saw that and I said, well, man, if they can do that, why can't we put a couple tiny houses in your backyard? You know what I mean? And get these tiny house fanatics to move into these little tiny houses. It's a beautiful location right on the edge of the park, next to the elementary school, up the street from the dog park. It is just an ideal location. So me and my silliness, I've been playing with this software. Maybe I can bring it up.
Yes.
I drew
Paul, I'm having a little hard of a time hearing you at the moment.
Are you?
Can you?
I can
up
turn
your
myself.
volume?
Yep, I can turn myself up. Can you hear me better?
Much better. Thank you.
Nice. All right, so maybe I can bring this up. I've been playing with this software. It's called Live Home 3D, and it lets you build. Models, I guess, for lack of a better word, of your space. You can do your living room, your dining room. I'm gonna call it just window capture because it's dope. And then let's go here.
Hey, we might need to check in with Ken.
Ken should jack in, and it should tell us that Ken is here.
Is that him ringing your phone?
No, that's somebody else on my phone, and I don't understand why that audio is coming through here. But I didn't think it would be a problem because it's nobody's gonna call me.
Weather. I wonder if it's the weather.
I'm not even gonna blame it on the weather. But how come I
You want
don't?
to call him?
No, I think he's gonna jack in. Live Home 3D is not. Stream Deck, system. Text menu, server. Okay, I can't do that. I don't get it. Okay, that shows the desktop. There it is, Bill's house. Nice. All right. Can you see that?
I still see you in the Manhattan skyline.
No way. Oh, I gotta share it here. Duh. I shared it on the I shared it on the live stream. Share this application automatically. Show preview. Share computer sound. Start sharing again. Hold on, sir.
There we go. Something's happening. Okay.
Ouch. You see it now?
Yep, I see it now.
So this is my brother's house, or wait, this is my brother's house. All right, and I took all the walls out. He's got like walls missing, but I modified it. I made it so it was handicap accessible, and created this beautiful bathroom. I'm gonna put it in 3D, and maybe you can see it better. Can you see that? All right, hold on. I've got this dog biting at my
I figured it
cuff.
was either Newton or Sir.
It is Sir, and he wants me to let him out. He just ate all of Isaac's dog food. So I've got to let him out, but I was trying to wait for Kim to get back in here. So here's what I did. Here's his original house, the red one. And then I put 2 tiny houses in his backyard.
Okay.
And then this is his storage building that exists now. So that's how he's going to take advantage of this gentrification. He's not going anywhere, but he's going to let some folks come in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
It is. It's been fun. I really enjoyed that. Let's see. I better not. I don't know where I need to stop the share
I can
from.
see that.
So I've had a good time with that software, and that's really just been my palate cleanser this week. You know, when I just needed to stop thinking about everything I've been thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it all what you're thinking about? Is it all COVID related or everything else?
Well, you know, it has been. What am I going to say? It has been mostly. Hold on a second. I'm losing myself. I'm trying to get us back on to the boom window capture, back to the live stream, and I'm not seeing it. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, girl. Driving me crazy.
Yeah. I really like the software, though. I appreciate you sharing that with me because I've got some ideas for my own land and some ideas for the land that I grew up on. I've gone back to see on that entire street, on that whole block, the only empty lot is from the house I grew up in because it sustained a fire about a decade after we moved out. And it's now empty, and that it's still an empty lot. It's owned by the land bank, and I've been thinking about that.
And what are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I'm exploring some ideas, and also looking at my grandmother's property, which is also owned by the land bank, over on Wolcott Street.
So, are you saying you're thinking about becoming? No worries. Becoming a landlord? Are you gonna be
right back?
Okay, no worries. So those of you who are watching, I am trying to do a bunch of things that I don't know how to do. So if you'll bear with me, the software that I'm using is Start Meeting along with OBS. So what I'm attempting to do now is to get my Start Meeting feed back in here. And that's looking for something it doesn't need to look for. And that's showing something that it does need to show. So this is bandwidth and sync. Oh, okay, it's mirroring. What are you doing? All right, hold on. While she's gone, I'm going to take these dogs out, and I'm just going to play the opening again. See if that'll work. You guys enjoy that, and I'll transition it down, and I'll take the dogs out. Give me a second. You guys are driving me crazy. Come on, you guys go outside. Isaac, you're coming too. Come on, Isaac. Oh, he's not bothering. He's still bothering.
Hey, just in time. All right, so I'm back in. Paul's taking a little break with the sir. Yes.
Hey, you're back!
Let me do this. Let me turn this off. I don't know if I am or if I'm not. Am I here?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you're here with no there you go. You've got video now. And I am still in here.
I couldn't remember start meeting, and there was nowhere for me to get back in.
Oh,
That's
really?
I heard you and Shrima talking.
But it wouldn't let you connect through the software?
I couldn't remember start meeting, so I don't know that anybody knows how to get in.
I see.
So I couldn't because I couldn't even remember the link to get there. And it was on the title page for a hot second, but then when you started up, the title page went away.
I see. Well, I've got
Anyhow.
nothing running on the live stream.
Yeah, there was something on YouTube.
Right. For,
Oh, no, now-
but now, yeah, I switched to a image for Sharima, and I was showing her some software
that
on
came
my
up.
yeah. But now I'm not able to get back to it for some reason. So hold on, let me double click this. It's doing a scan.
Well, I went away to fix my audio. Did it do better?
It's still a
There,
little.
it's coming back. It's coming back.
It's still a little tinny, but that's not
Well.
even a problem. Let's see. I'm gonna do a window capture again. Add source, and the window capture should be the start meeting. But I'm gonna add a 2. It says my selection options are Streamlab, OBS, Network, Airport, Apple User. I'm looking for Start Meeting. And I don't see it. Battery, clock, Bluetooth, Airport, Network, OBS, Stream Deck. So why isn't it showing me? Maybe did I close the window out for StreamYard? Or I'm sorry, for, oh man, I got so much going on here. Alright, we close the network. It says it's self-defined. We don't need that. We need start meeting to be up front. There you go. It was probably because it was in the dock. Sharima had to answer a phone call.
That's where she went.
Yeah, she went to answer a phone call. And now that I've got start meeting out of the dock, is it going to show up? Come on, be that. How can... Item 0, no. I'm just going to, there it is. Start meeting. Yay! Yay! Found it. Found it. Alright, so now we are back.
Let's see. It says Paul hearing screen, but I don't.
There you go. I mean, I see me. It looks like I'm frozen though.
You video. Speak from where you were sharing.
Right. I'm gonna take this off. Stop screen sharing. Maybe that'll help.
Close sharing. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I closed it. There you go. I'm moving again. And Sharima.
But we still have a guest. Who's our guest?
Yeah, Sharima. You know Sharima. Yeah, she's she had to go answer a phone call.
So she's still here. She just
muted herself.
off answer phone call.
Yep. I had to take out the dogs when she got the phone call because I had Sir just pulling on my arm the whole time, and here he comes back. I forgot to lock the door.
Right when I came back in, you had just left. But I heard you. I'm like, no, don't leave that wall. But I heard Major going after your shirt cuff too, or something.
Oh my gosh, he just kept pulling me and pulling me. He has, as of lately, here's what upset me. I went to the store and I decided to buy them one of those plush toys because they just eaten everything in the house. So I got him this thing that looks like a Stretch Armstrong, but it's a plush. You know what I mean? It's got its arms above it, and its legs is something sturdy you can hold on to, and they can tug on.
Right, right.
Paid $9.98 for it, and was very upset at paying such a price.
Yes.
Fast forward a month and a half later, I go to the store and I'm getting dog food, and I see one. I said, well, let me get another one for the other dog so that they don't fight over this one. And that one was $3.99. The exact same one. The exact same one. So I'm not happy.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I also go for it.
Free enterprise, I guess, right? Would be the answer to that. Would be the buyer beware. I mean, I guess you don't have to buy it at the $9.99 store anymore.
Well, I'm guessing is that I bought it when it was hot. It was trending. And then, after 3 weeks, the trending ended, and they just had to close out what few they had left. Like I said, I found it in an aisle that it wasn't supposed to be in. So somebody picked it up and set it back down, decided against it, and I won. Ta-da! So I just got back from Nashville, and every time I go on a road trip, I usually lose something. And I got home and I couldn't find my wallet. Couldn't find my wallet anywhere. Well, I kept thinking. I says, now, last place I used it was at that Speedway station in downtown Nashville. Oh, no, wait. The kid asked me for it at... Yeah, that's where he asked me for it. So I knew I had it then, and I got in the car, and I drove straight home. I stopped maybe 2 times, 3 times, and opened the door. And that's where you always think, okay, that's where it could have fallen out of the car. So I was already content, and I could visualize what was in it, so I knew the 5 credit cards that I had to cancel and my driver's license and all that. And I kept telling myself, let's put it off. You already know that the Secretary of State... let me back up. I bought a new car, Ken.
How'd that go? any fun stories along the way?
Other than what you experienced at the airport, I think I left you last at Bishop Airport going through the X-ray machine. That was fun. I've never seen the inside of an X-ray machine before, so now we know what the X-ray machine looks like.
It looks like much inside there, but right.
But I get over to check in, and they say the plane's been delayed. And it says it's not coming at 12:15 now, it's coming at 1:15. And I'm like, well, how is that going to, mess up my transfer? He said, well, your transfer is not till 1:20. So you should be okay. I said, what do you mean okay? What gate is it at? You know what I mean? My luck has always been I land at gate 1, and my transfer is at 54X.
I missed a flight that way.
Yeah. So he told me, he said, you are at H21, and your plane is at 2H2. So they should be pretty close, Mr. Herring. They should be pretty close.
Oh.
And they were. It was like I walked out this door, turned left, and walked right into the next plane. They were damn near on the same catwalk.
You need to gamble on that day. That kind of luck is
few and far between.
Good luck.
Right. So I made it to Kentucky, and the whole time we're flying over Kentucky, I'm just looking out the window at sweet places to build a homestead. Could you live there off the grid? So my only criteria was it had to be on the top of the mountain, and there had to be water close by. So I just kept seeing all the, and I'm not the only one, because there was a whole bunch of folks, and there was so much variety in the homesteads. There were the Beverly Hills mansion kind of homesteads up there, and then the log cabin, with the little outhouses and buildings and a lot of blue tarps everywhere. But it was a
Type route.
yeah. I'd never come into Kentucky's airport before, so that was pretty fun. I got
Yeah.
down, called a Lyft, got a brother on my Lyft call. Actually, I called Uber first, but they were like $135 to take me to where I wanted to go.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Lyft was 55. So he ended up with a $20 tip, and I was still half of what Uber was gonna charge me.
Right.
And we had a nice time. Had a good ride. He was a nice conversationalist, retired veteran, taking care of his wife with MS. Used Lyft just to get out of the house and put a little pocket change. He's also doing property down there. Oh no. What was he doing? He was doing returning citizens. He had an apartment building for people that got out of jail, and he was providing them with places to live during their transition, which I thought was brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So I bought the car.
You went into Louisville, yeah?
Right. Well, before I left, I tried to get my plates and tags, right? So I go down to the Secretary of State's office. I pull up front, and a big sign in the window says by appointment only. Go to www.michigan.sos. So I go to michigan.sos. I go to the application. I sign in, sign up. And they tell me, guess when the nearest appointment date is that I can get my plates and tags and everything?
July.
May 24th.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
How does it get backed up that bad? I mean, don't they still have people? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're
Did they put you on a list? They'll call you if somebody falls out of line or something. They can move people up the line. I've heard that from another person.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember ticking any box that said that, but I'm thinking the appointment software that they use should do it automatically. You know, bring you forward as the meetings.
Oh, the next in line, right? Regardless, is what you're saying, and it probably does. Yeah.
Right. What's the point of being in a queue if you're not moved up the queue as the next person goes? I don't know. I haven't got anything yet from them.
So what do? Drive around without plates, or well, how does that work?
Well, luckily for me, I have a temporary plate from the guy I bought it from that lasts for 45 days.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I thought it was only like a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day thing, enough for you to get it home into the DMV. But he says it's 45 days. So
45? They be 14. So
right.
Maybe they've extended that because of COVID.
That's a possibility. And I'm thinking I might be able to get another extension on top of that. And the bottom line is I'm just going to keep in my possession on my phone a copy of my appointment.
Yeah.
You know, so if the police pull me over, it's like, dude.
It's 45 days past your appointment? Is your appointment past 45 days? I guess.
May 24th. It's April now, so it's gonna be close. You gotta think we got 5 more days in March, then we got all of April, so that's 35 days.
Right.
And we're talking the 24th of May, so that's another 20 days. So yeah, I'm gonna be out of it for at least 2 weeks before I can get my my stuff straightened around.
That must happen. If you were pulled over, that must be. You must be able to. They must understand that. I can imagine you getting a ticket because of that.
Right. Yeah, that would be a cop having a very, very bad day.
Right. Not gonna say that.
Or driving while black. Matters where I get pulled over. A Wyandotte? Oh my. Hey, I found my ear pods. Great. Man, this microphone is picking up everything. Every time my jacket moves.
Yeah.
So I got to keep that in mind next time so that I don't wear anything that rustles. My goodness. Or actually, I could take it off. I am in the house. Whoa, you hear all that? That's a lot. That's a lot. All right,
Well, I
so
need some iPad schooling. I think I want to buy an iPad.
do you really?
Yeah, but what do I need?
To buy one of mine,
There's
as long as you don't mind a cracked screen. I got 3 of them up here.
three.
Yep. The screens are just too expensive to. I mean, they want $234 to repair the screen, and you can buy another one for $350. You know,
No kidding.
doesn't make any sense. I still use them. Actually, the worst of them, I have to sometimes flip to be able to enter data because the like the 2 is in a dead spot. So
Oh,
I
okay.
can't hit it sideways. I have to turn it heads up to be able to hit the 2 to get into something. So that's worst
Well,
case
I want
scenario on
to
that.
use it for running live sound, so I can't have it kind of break out on me. I need to hit
Well,
something,
we
you
might be
know.
able to do that with a microphone. I can get you a microphone that we can probably plug into your computer and just use a lavalier microphone on your lapel. I'll bring you one down. I need to get some coffee anyway.
Like the microphone.
But and I can't even tell if it's just the mic. It's almost like it's the data stream. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you wired?
I'm on Wi-Fi. Or are you talking to me, or are you talking to Shreen?
No, I'm talking to you. So you're using Wi-Fi down there instead of? Do you have an Ethernet cord in that computer?
No. This computer I do not.
Yeah, that's the best way to hook up because it's like the difference between a garden hose and a sprinkler. When you're hooked to that Ethernet cable, you got a garden hose going into that computer. When you're hooked to Wi-Fi,
Right.
it's like you're catching the sprinkler drops in the air. That's a
So
pretty
you're
good
still
analogy.
having trouble hearing me
Not
really good.
per se hearing you, but I can see the lag. Just right now, your voice and your lips moved at the same time.
Ah,
And I can see
well, I'm
I'm
kind of
losing
lefty,
frames too.
so anyhow. So.
But here's the problem on my end. It could all be on my end, Ken, because usually I run you guys off of my main Mac Mini computer that is super stoked. It's got all the RAM, it's got the mega gigahertz drives and video. But this morning, an
Okay.
hour, like at 9 o'clock, I lost all internet access. So
Oh,
I scrambled to put this together, and I was able to
oh,
get my laptop to hook to Wi-Fi to even connect to the internet to make this happen. But
huh.
like 10 minutes before we went live, I restarted all the other computers, and 2 of the 3 came back with internet connection. But the Mac, my main computer is now has available bandwidth. I just ran a test, and it's connected now. So I was under the assumption that there was some kind of car accident and a tower got knocked out, but my my preferences were showing that I was connected on 3 of the 4, not on 1. So I'm running this on a laptop that doesn't have as much resources. I'm running it on a laptop that is both connected to Wi-Fi and an Ethernet cable. So I've got issues. But isn't that half the fun? Isn't that why I do this, to try to figure out what I'm doing?
Fun, absolutely.
I downloaded
That's
it.
Remain calm, Paul. That's a real lesson right there.
Sharima, are we supposed to be hearing you?
Oh,
Sharima,
yes.
I can hear you, but we can't see you, and it says no audio.
Okay. I can. I me and I can see the 2 of you. And either my audio nor my video are through them. So
Let's see what. Oh, there you go.
And see, I can hear you. You said break up, and I'm thinking maybe I'm doing the same thing. So
Just mute yours for mute yourself for a hot second, Ken. Let's see what happens. Well, we know what's gonna happen. I think. Mute yourself and Sharima.
Okay. Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but you can't see me.
No, 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 no. I can see you. Don't pick your nose. Whatever you do, don't pick your nose.
Oh, yes, not to pick my nose.
All right, Ken. Unmute Ken.
I'm back. So can you hear me?
You are the weakest link.
Jeez Louise.
No, I said happy mother.
Ken, don't believe a word he said.
It's just too easy. I'm gonna take my video.
I wanted to come on to say hello to Ken. It's way too long.
It has been. Have you been doing?
Yeah, been doing fine. Just working a lot. I work remotely from home, so and that's been loving your handlebar mustache.
My COVID issue. It was a porn stash contest that was in November, and it's gone over so well that I decided to leave it for a while. So.
Okay, all right.
That's a big mustache. He's got some stuff hidden in there. I bet you there's an apple and a pear.
Right.
Just the extra lunch.
Just about everything is happening there. Driving me crazy, so.
That's
probably pretty.
every week. I'm expecting him to do the Simon Legree thing, where he just twists the edges and laughs maniacally. That's not a maniacal laugh. There you go. That's it. Well, I had every intention of taking you to Soaring Eagle yesterday, but the city,
yeah, that's right.
the city
You were
council,
gonna do that.
yeah, city council called a budget hearing for yesterday at 5 or 4:30 or something like that. So I couldn't leave. But I am going to Actually, Angie and I ended up at Saguenay Eagle Landing.
Did you?
Yes, that's a weird little place. That was the first time I've been in a place with a lot of people. There were a lot of people in there, and I don't know how comfortable I felt. But I know, I'm a blackjack player, so I went to the little blackjack thing, and there were 5 seats between me and the next player. So within this crowded facility, I was only within 12 feet of one person. So I didn't feel that bad, but I didn't do that good. I think I started with $70. I went down to like $8. Then I got back up to like $74, and then I just played it all and lost. Once I realized that I could play 3 hands on that machine, I thought the other hands were the other players at the system. But once I figured those 3 hands were for me, it was like, all right, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. I was doing $17 hands because I always do the little side bets. I find that they're usually more profitable than the blackjack hands. If you get a 9 and they get a 9, you get 50 times your bet. And it costs you $1 to bet it. I like it. You don't gamble at all, do you, Sharima?
I have a funny story about that. No, it's my answer.
Okay, hold on a minute. Ken, mute yourself while she tells this story. All right, go for it.
All right. So both of you know that I lived in New Zealand
Right.
for a while. And the city that I lived in was called Dunedin, and Dunedin is at the bottom of the South Island, near the bottom of the South Island. A wonderful, beautiful city, and it's also New Zealand's premier university town. And they have a casino there, and so Dunedin is also on the cruise ship route. During the summertime, about 15,000 people a week would come in. The ships would come through about 3 times, about 5,000 people each time. And so that made for quite exciting summers. So summer days. So they had a great casino there. So one evening, I decide I'm going to go to the casino. I have I've been through casinos. I've done Greektown. I've done Vegas. I mean, but I'm still, it's like I put a quarter in. I'm not a gambler. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just pushing it because I like to see the pretty colors. I just, it's just that's where I'm at. I just don't do gambling. I don't do it. It's fine. Everybody else does. It's not my thing. So, but I thought, I'm going to go to the casino. It was a Saturday night, and I thought I'm going to do this, and so I did. And I walked in, and it was fairly early in the evening. And I asked one of the managers, I said, I've heard that if I wanted to learn how to play blackjack, that you will do, or the craps, it was craps. If I wanted to learn how to play craps, you will do a brief tutorial with me before everything gets really, started going, before everybody really starts arriving. I've heard that I can have a brief tutorial at the craps table. And they were like, huh. Okay. Apparently, the word had gotten out in town, but apparently that wasn't the case. But okay, so he was like, well, there's not many people around yet. We'll go ahead and we'll do that for you. So he sets me up at a craps table. He tells the woman, okay, so she's here to do a brief tutorial, show her the ropes a little bit. And it was just me at the table. Halfway through this tutorial, I turn around. There's the manager standing against the wall behind me, like, I don't know, 6 feet behind me. He's standing there, and I had already told him, I said, well, I'm a real virgin at this. That's also part of the story. I told him, I'm a real virgin at this, so, just, be gentle. And he was like, okay. So he tells her that. He's like, and she's never done this before, so be kind to her. So halfway through all of this, I'm really figuring it out and getting into it. I look behind me. He's standing there against the wall, watching me and chuckling, but he had invited an entire line of people to stand next to him to watch the newbie try to figure out craps. And it wasn't going very well, and I had no idea I had an audience of all these people who know what they're doing. I just laughed, and I turned around, I said, you're standing here and you brought guests. And he said, absolutely. He said, we're all here to see you. He said something about I was a curiosity. And I said, virgins always are. And that
is your casino story. Oh my goodness. Listen, I got a better story than that. No, I guess it's equal to.
Sure you do. You have stories
equal
for
to
everything, Paul.
I went to Vegas. And, am I there? Yeah, I'm there. I went to Vegas, and I was at the Hard Rock Cafe. And if you know Vegas, it never rains in Vegas, right? Never rains in Vegas. We go to the pool at the Hard Rock Cafe, and as soon as I open the door to go outside, a torrential downpour starts. Okay? Now, the Hard Rock Cafe at the time was hosting the Tropicana Beach Beauty Pageant or whatever it was. So all these Tropicana girls were hiding under the bar, right, to stay out of the rain. And me and 3 guys are hiding under this other thing out of the rain. And so we're standing there looking at them. They're standing over there looking at us. And I said, oh, the heck with this. I'm going to go gambling. So they had these gambling tables that were situated by the pool where you could actually swim up and gamble on one side, and you could sit and gamble on the other side. So I went over to the models, and I said, I need some luck. Follow me. And I just went and sat down at this table, and I started gambling. And a girl sat down next to me, and I met her, and we started talking and had a good time. And I said, blow on the chips, and I started making money and blah, blah, blah. Had a good old time. I look behind me, and I've got like 30 people sitting behind me watching me play back and forth with these girls and telling jokes and having a good old time. I said, nobody's going to believe this. Nobody is going to believe this. I said, I'll be right back. And at the time, it was before cell phones, right? So I ran across the street. I got one of those disposable cameras. Came back to take a picture with these girls, and it was closed. They had kept the place open for me and the 30 folks that were behind me, but the minute I walked out the door, they closed it down. It was over.
Wow, Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was fabulous.
That's.
It was fabulous. I'm going to say I won
wow.
probably $200, and I was tipping, and I was just the big guy, man. I just felt like Daddy Warbucks.
So so you ended up losing that because you hadn't passed the bid.
No. I won. I was ahead. I was ahead when I ran out to go buy this camera. But that rainstorm helped us because the girls were, they were there to schmooze with the guys that were going to be at the pool, around the pool, but there was nobody around the pool but us 3 guys, and those other 2 guys were wimps. So I just pretended like I had courage.
That is so cool. Well, and it speaks to, I love this story, and it speaks to, because I'm thinking about, the one that I shared, and in terms of, one of the reasons that I was a curiosity was, first of all, I was a woman alone, and secondly, I had an American accent. And any of the American tourists that came through were probably A, maybe rarely alone, and B, they probably knew how to play. But I was a curiosity because I lived there, and that was very unusual for them, very unusual. And and that they were teaching me how to play, and I'm just like, look, guys, I live here. I'm not one of the tourists. So, I mean, it's interesting to look at, all the different dynamics of, because you were visiting Vegas, and just like it rains, it's unexpected, it's just all the different dynamics.
Listen, I got another story about Vegas. This is unbelievable. I was working for a school system, and they screwed up my job description, right? So they sent me accidentally to this conference in Las Vegas. And when I got there, they were like, well, you don't need this. This isn't in your preview. You're the tech guy, right? And I said, yeah. So, well, I don't know how that happened, but go ahead, do the conference. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting at the conference, and it's me and this other black woman. We're the only 2 black folks in the whole conference. And we kind of end up at the table together, hapstancely, right? So we're sitting there in the conference, and we're meeting each other. Right? And she tells me her name. No. She didn't tell me her name. We were just talking. She introduced herself as Tony, right? So during the course of the thing, the gentleman said, Mrs. Herring, would you like to say something? And I'm like thinking, blah, blah, blah. They think we're a married couple because we're sitting next to each other. Come to find out, I sat down next to Antoinette Herring from Wyandotte, Michigan. The only 2.
At the front door.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Wow.
Crazy.
Crazy. So now let's fast forward to this weekend. I'm down in Nashville, and my brother's in a wheelchair. He's trying to recover from some surgery. So we're trying to get him down to the dog park, and his driveway is gravel. And it was just a circus trying to get this wheelchair to keep from toppling down. Both Paul and I had to keep him from toppling to get out. I said, well, there's no way he can get out of here by himself. So I said, that's it. I'm going to go get a skid steer from Home Depot, and I am going to grade this driveway so that he can get out of here. So I go to the first Home Depot. They got no skid steers. They got Bobcats and everything else. I've never driven a Bobcat. I only want to rent it for 4 hours. It's going to take me at least an hour to teach myself how to drive the Bobcat, so I put a pin in it. I call another one, or I end up going to a different one the next morning, and they had the skid steers. So we try to hook it up to the new car that I just bought. And as they crank it down, they can't crank it down far enough to get the little leg to bend up so that I can drive off. So I have to go to Walmart, get an offset install it on the truck, and then go back. But I'm telling you that to tell you this, that the little girl that was waiting on me at Home Depot was Kiki Herring.
Wow.
She said, when I told her my name and my birth date, I'm 9963, right? She said, my cousin has the same birth date. I said, are you stuffing me? And she says, well, it's 9977. And that's close enough.
Right.
So I gave her a card. I hope she communicates with me because I like to, I'd like to explore that branch of the family where there's got to be some kind of connection. But it was just kismet.
Oh, yeah.
It was just kismet. It was the law of attraction. Everything went well. I got the skid steer. I re-taught myself how to drive it. There was a sewer pipe that came up 3/4 of the way on his driveway to the left, so I couldn't grade it as much as I wanted because I would have had to have cut that and reset it or whatever, or called them to do it or whatever. I mentioned it, and the lady said, yeah, you'll probably get some points for that. That sounds ambitious, and Tennessee doesn't like ambitious.
Wow.
But I got her all graded and done and got it back like 15 minutes late. And, of course, they didn't charge me for it. So it was wonderful. And now he's got a smooth driveway. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. So that's Big Brother points.
I hope so. I don't know if, Paul Jr. was there, so he was taking video to walk into the house so my brother could see what I was doing. And I don't know if he was trying to supervise the job or just say, yay.
Wow.
I was telling Sharima while you were gone that the neighbor of my brother has just gone crazy. They had a tornado down there. So a lot of the houses around him had damage from the tornadoes. You see porta potties and construction crews all up and down the streets. Every third, fourth houses on some blocks, 5 houses in a row have all these construction guys. At one point in time, you couldn't find drywall or any repair materials in Nashville because everybody was buying them up to fix their things up. Well, the guy that lives next to my brother had a house similar to his, and he turned the house into a lobby because what he built behind the house was just ginormous. 3-story house that took up the whole backyard, you know what I mean? And then they left like 8 foot of grass, and then they put another 3-story barn or garage, for lack of a better word. So there's definitely an apartment within the garage. And the house itself has to have 4 bedrooms easy, the way it is. So if you look at it, it looks like the original house is the lobby.
That's amazing. Dang.
I think my brother needs to do the same thing. Man, can you imagine the money that he's going to generate from that? That's going to be crazy. And doing it that way, my brother could still live in his house.
Right.
So what I had done was I designed it instead of going up like they did with a 3-story, just putting some Victorian tiny homes in his backyard. Put 2 tiny Victorian homes in the backyard. They have a bed, a kitchen, a bathroom, and storage areas, and Goonie Goo Goo. Rent those babies out for $450 a month. Even Airbnb. He could Airbnb them and generate money every weekend on them instead of just monthly. I think it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Now, we just need to see, I did the math. Each of the houses is going to be about $25,000. So 2 of them around $50,000. That's not bad. I can imagine the payments on a $50,000 loan are less than $1,200 a month.
Oh, yeah.
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 So I'm working on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds
Hey
like fun.
guys, I'm gonna have to bounce, but I wanted to just tell, I just wanted to say to Ken that you are loved and missed.
Well, you need to get
Miss you too, Grandma.
make sure you get on the email list and get notified when he decides to open back up. I think we're gonna go buy some fireworks off of Miller Road
Uh-huh.
and just act a fool.
It's going to be quite a celebration, that's for sure.
In the middle of the day, we're gonna have fireworks going off.
I was
Yeah.
talking to a few people at the farmers market last week. We were all commiserating on how much we miss good beans. So yeah.
That was held a lot because I pulled them out. I must have not pulled it, but I know a lot of people are wondering it open, so it'll happen.
You thinking maybe April? You could go do like Biden and celebrate. Let us celebrate the 4th of July down at the Good Bean.
I think it's going to be a little later than that, but we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll try. Actually, we're overtime, so go ahead, Shrima. You know the routine. You got anything for the good of the order?
Oh well, everyone, peace and love. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we hope to see you again next week.
Yay! Ken, anything?
I'm going to shout out this week to Community College School of Dentistry. I made an initial visit there last week, and if you don't go there, if you got a regular dentist and you're happy with them, you're fine. But so it's a great program they've got going, so I recommend checking them out. Yeah, not for everybody, but price is right, and they do a nice job.
All right. I think you're talking about the Mott dental program.
That's correct. Yep.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I like. I'm a barber academy. I go to the school of barbering to get my hair cut. I think it's great. Give them a chance to practice, and bottom line is it'll grow back. I don't know about your teeth though.
Yeah, transition cosmetology lab there at Mott. But Paul, they closed down the school after 90 plus years. They closed down.
Which one?
The school of the barbershop school over on Ballinger Road, right? I'm sorry, on Flushing Road, right?
No, it's open. I just went 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. For a while, it looked like it was closed, but that may have been just during COVID, but I wasn't sure.
I love the place. I go in, I get a shave, a haircut, and a facial for $12.
That's fantastic.
For $12. Right.
Oh, good.
So you can do a $5 to $7 tip and help the guys out that are in school, you know what I mean, and not be mad. All these other places want $25 for a haircut.
Yep, that's exactly what I do with the Transitions Cosmetology Lab at Mott College.
Nice. All right, well, it's my turn. I'm going to look at the camera and encourage everybody to stay safe. If they're interested in doing what we do, I'm still trying to figure out how to do what we do. So I know I can help you figure out what you're doing, at least get you closer to what I'm doing. You can give us a call at 810-239-2901. That's 810-239-2901. And remember, enjoy the life you're living, okay? Just until you can live the life you'll enjoy. Peace. Nice, the stream's down. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Take care.
Later. Hey, Ken! Glenn Wilson's coming back after the park.
Oh, he is.
He tried to get Jerry to introduce it to try to get the pilot again, and she called me and said she was going to refuse to do it. But he does own the park now, so guaranteed something's going to happen.
Really?
Yeah, he's probably going to put a strip mall.
The park across the street from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he owns the park, so guaranteed something's going to happen.
Yep, I'm